Word, word. Hit that like button. Fam, what's good with y'all, man? Tap on in. Tap on in for the show, man. We here. We are here. We ready. We ready. We ready. Oh, yeah. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. How many of y'all remember that song? It's too late to apologize. It's too late. So much for that damn apology. They say, hey, man, it's too late for all that. Now, I think she's crying because she got caught. She lost a lot of things. Now, I don't think they fired her. They relieved her of her duties. I don't think that she's been fired. Maybe I could be wrong. Let me know. Maybe some of you guys know more about this than I do. But to my knowledge, she's been relieved of her duties. You heard me? So tap on in, man. How's the audio, man? Let me know, man. Give me some feedback on the audio. Is the audio sounding right? Let me see real quick. Hopefully the audio is sounding right, man. Shout out to the FBA, man. We're going to get up in here and do our thing. You already know, man. Should foundational Black Americans accept Ashley's apology? Should we accept Ashley's apology? It's been confirmed that's not her. Well, they're trolling then, man. They trolling. This is not a real apology. They said it's confirmed. I don't know what she looked like, man. I've seen videos where she looked different, but we gonna go with it, man. Salute.
Anyway. The message from the community was pretty clear this morning when protesters took in front of HPD headquarters here around 8 a.m.
Get on up in here. What a lot of people don't know is no, because she wouldn't do it if she wasn't outed out. No, never. He said, I did hear this is not the same Ashley Gomez who apologized. I don't know, man. People are saying it's her. I don't know. But one thing I know about anti-Black racism is rooted in Latin culture because of the Spaniards. See, what people don't know is, well, a lot of people do know. I can't say that people don't know. The Moors conquered Spain for centuries, right? And so the Spaniards always had a vendetta against the Moors, the Moorish people, and Black folks in general. So when they decided to colonize lands all across the world, when they got on their boats to colonize different countries, they took that anti-Black mindset with them. So in Spanish culture, anti-Blackness is normal. Just study the culture of the Spaniards, and you're going to say, damn, that is actually true. It's actually true. It's embedded in their psyche. It's a part of their culture. The Spaniards can't stand the Moors, and if you can't stand the Moors, who are the Moors? Those were Black people. So they spreaded hatred towards Black folks everywhere they went. Everywhere the Spaniards went, they brought this caste system with them, to where they wanted Black people to be at the bottom of society because they said, okay, we remember what y'all did in Spain. Y'all conquered us. So they spreaded hatred of Black folks everywhere they went. That's why it's common in Spanish culture. I don't care what Latin American country you go to, anti-blackness is a part of the culture there because of the Spanish conquistadors. So it's embedded in their psyche. It's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. What am I talking about? Anti-blackness. Hit the like button. They look similar. Anyway, let's get into this, man. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Get the likes up if you're rocking with your boy. We ain't playing. Let's dive right into it.
They were calling for the termination of HPD officer Ashley Gonzalez, and just about 15 minutes ago, Houston police confirmed her termination with a statement. We do want to read that out for you real quick, just to make sure we get all of that wording correct. But again,
I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church. And I just need some like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway,
He said it's a lot of fakes in the chat. I know. I don't really pay him no attention, man. You know, I see people in the chat and it's like, well, you know, but shout out to Scoop though, man. You know, I don't really pay him no mind.
I hope you all like self-reflection, honestly. Because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway, I hope you all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post I deleted.
She came back, and when she did not say what most people expected her to say. She did not address the people she arrested. She did not mention the 911 calls. She did not talk about the badge or the authority that came with it. She sat down in front of a camera, the same way she did the first time, and she spoke. And what she chose to say, and what she chose not to say, tells you everything you need to know about where this story really stands right now. If you have been following this channel, you already know what happened. But if this is your further...
I don't know anything better than a f***ing steal. Like, oh.
No, that's a different woman. That's a different woman. She didn't apologize for nothing. I don't know why, man. I ain't gonna put you on blast, man, but you send your boy. This apology wasn't real. It's just not real, man. Maybe you thought it was her.
Oh my.
Now, I'm going to show you a video of this Mexican cat who was mad about blacks not helping the Latinos when it comes to ICE and immigration. He said that it's wrong for us to generalize Mexicans when we're calling out anti-blackness in their community. He said we need to address the individuals, but don't hold the Mexican community accountable as a whole. That's what this individual said, man. Let's get into it right now. That's what he said. He said it's unfair for us to hold all of them accountable.
And it's pretty nasty. And I just
hold on one second. Here you go, right here. Willie D did, and even Willie D did a video on that. People saying it's not her. Some people keep telling me it is. Hell, I don't know.
Officer that went on a rant. I believe she is to be Mexican. This is a case, in my personal opinion.
Now, he said it ain't fair. We're wrong for holding the Mexican, the community accountable in general. We need to look at Ashley like an individual and don't blame the whole Mexican community. Let's get into the content. Bless the like button.
I want to weigh in on the Ashley Gonzalez situation, the Houston police officer that went on a racist rant. I believe she is to be Mexican. This is a case, in my personal opinion, of holding the individual accountable. I don't think it's fair that people are making videos and going at the Mexican community and other Hispanic and Latino communities. I think it's fair, frankly, for a bunch of reasons. But by her being a police officer, the bigger picture is that they definitely got to look into all her individual cases and arrests, because with that type of mindset is unacceptable, but it should not be a reason to go after all the Hispanic Latinos community. Is there, racism, anti-blackness, and so on in Hispanic Latinos communities? Of course there are. Of course. But not everyone's like that. There's people making videos just coming at all Hispanic Latino communities. We're in 2026. When are we going to learn that just because there's bad apples do not mean that's the representation of all Hispanic and Latinos? It exists in every race, ethnicity. It's sad, but it's the honest truth. And honestly, she needs to be permanently fired from her job and never to be hired in law enforcement, especially with that type of rhetoric. So I just want to weigh in on the whole situation. I think we should be better, do better, and offer more of a solution instead of turning on each other. With that being said, guys, make sure you like this video, comment, repost, share, and as always, follow.
It wasn't a bad video because he said, yeah, we got some anti-blackness in our culture. Now, what they try to do a lot of times, well, it's like that in all cultures. No, it's not. Of course, you're going to have racist people everywhere, but it's prevalent in Latino culture. Like, let's just be real. The Spaniards indoctrinated Latinos to feel a certain way about black people and dark skin. It just is what it is. I believe the Spaniards were the first Europeans to promote anti-blackness. I could be wrong, but then again, I don't think I am. When you think about how the Moors conquered Spain, Spain hated black people. So they spreaded that hatred of black people everywhere they went. If they colonized a particular country, they took that anti-blackness with them. So I truly believe that the Spaniards were the first Europeans to promote anti-blackness. I truly believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
Hit the like button, man, if you haven't already.
And I just feel really bad. Fired from at the Houston Police Department. This after unleashing a barrage inside of her car, where she used about 25 racial slurs. Count it, fam. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 racial slurs.
If anybody thinks I'm wrong about Spaniards having a lot of anti-blackness in their culture, I don't care about how you feel, fool. You can't prove me wrong. The Spanish was the first ones to bring that color caste system. They hated the Moors. They hated black people. So when they conquered the Caribbean and Central and South America and many other places, they took that anti-black hatred with them. And you can't prove me wrong. F your feelings. Middle finger to your feelings. You can't prove me wrong about what I'm saying. It's no coincidence that Dominicans don't like black skin. It's no coincidence that Mexicans and the Caribbean is here and Central America is over there. What do they have in common? They both been colonized by the Spanish conquistadors. That's why they both have high levels of anti-blackness in their culture, and you can't prove me wrong. Middle finger to your damn feelings.
Within 2 minutes. Yeah, man. Ashley is now apologizing. This after she was fired from her job at the Houston Police Department. This after unleashing a barrage of racist insults online. But the people are not buying it. They are not buying the apology. They are not buying the excuse.
Jamaicans don't speak Spanish, right? The Spanish were there, but I believe the British is what really took over Jamaica. I'm talking about white skin, pale skin Latinos, even some of the darker ones don't like black people. If Spanish is the language, if the people in that country speak Spanish, then there's going to be a lot of anti-blackness in that culture in that particular country. It just is what it is, and you can't prove me wrong.
I ain't got no problem with that. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock that uncivilized mud up, because I'm sure she's locked up a number of black people who was innocent. That means investigate every single case she's ever been involved in, every single arrest, every single complaint needs to be studied. And people who she arrested needs to be set free. I don't give a damn what she say they did. They need to be set free because she compromised the investigation. She compromised the case. Fair's fair, let them go. That's right, let them go. Let my people go.
All I'm saying is, yes, you got other black people, but this is the thing, though. All these different immigrant groups leech off of us, right? Mexicans wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our civil rights. Jamaicans wouldn't be here. Africans, none of these immigrant groups would be here if it wasn't for foundational black Americans fighting for the civil rights that protected them once they immigrated to this country. See, when these immigrants came here, they got a lot of protection under the Civil Rights Bill. The Civil Rights Bill protected any person of color, regardless if they're here legally or illegally. So our Civil Rights Bill provided protection for them when they came over here, even if they was here illegally. So none of you immigrants would be in the position that you're in today if it wasn't for foundational black Americans and our forefathers fighting for civil rights, the civil rights that benefits all minorities and people of color. Now, my thing is this, I said it yesterday, we should have never fought for something that benefit other groups of people. We should have fought for something that only benefits us and us only. Because what happened was you got a bunch of people, millions of people crossing the border, bringing their culture with them, and their culture is heavily anti-black. But they come over here and benefit from the things that we fought for. I'm talking about Mexicans, Latinos, Africans, you name it. All of them benefit from our struggle. We never benefited from anything that they done. Listen, name something that Latinos or Africans fought for that benefits foundational black Americans. You can't name one thing. You guys are leeching off of our civil rights, leeching off of our struggle, our blood, sweat, and tears. We ain't never benefited from a damn thing that y'all fought for. And I don't give a damn who don't like it. I'm giving you the honest to God truth, the irrefutable facts. Irrefutable facts. So I don't give a damn about your feelings. Prove me. I don't give a damn about your feelings. You can't prove that I'm wrong about anything. You can't prove it. It's music to my ears, man. Let's get to the content, man. Yeah.
This Ashley Gonzalez story is just not over. You think it'd be over, of course, from the Houston Police Department. But no, some people within the Latino community are still taking issue how Ashley Gonzalez was not.
Most immigrants don't like black people, right? But they come over here to benefit from our struggle. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of black immigrants don't like foundational black Americans, but they come over here to benefit off of everything that we fought for. That's why I be calling these people out. That's like me saying I don't like somebody, but I'm going to use them to benefit myself. I'm going to use something that they fought for to benefit myself, but I'm going to bring all my hatred right over to this country. I'm going to bring my culture and all my hatred with me while leeching off of the same people that I hate, while leeching off of the same people who I dislike. That is fake. That is phony. And it's time to call these people out. It is time to hold them accountable. Let's go.
Only called out, but black people speaking about some of these anti-black run-ins saying, hey, Ashley Gonzalez isn't the only one that speak that.
I played this yesterday, but I wanted to play it again because I wanted to prove a point. Let's get it.
Way within her community. Now, instead of them addressing that issue and having a constructive dialogue, it went from defensiveness to now a lot of them saying, I stand with.
A lot of people say Phil's wife ain't black. It don't matter because Phil still fights for foundational black Americans. He stand down 10 toes with foundational black Americans. Some of these guys get with non-black women and they don't speak for the black community at all. So when you think about the fact that Phil is still 10 toes down with the community, even though his wife ain't black, it shows that Phil is a rider. I don't have nothing negative to say about Phil. Some of you guys have black wives and you're Sambos. Look at Anton Daniels. He got a black wife. He's a certified Sambo, though. Black people still support Anton, and he has a black wife. What does that mean? The dude is a certified raccoon. So having a black wife means nothing if you're a Sambo and a tap dancer. Tampon Daniels is a prime example. Who would you rather have? Phil has a non-black wife, but he fights for the black community. He speaks up for the black community. He uses his platform to do it. Or would you have Tampon Daniels, who has a black wife, but he's a certified raccoon and tap dancer? Come on now. Come on now.
I'm like, okay, so you're making black people right in some of their assessments by saying you stand with her. You can't say you're not like that when you are people saying that you actually agree with her. I mean, you're kind of making black people right. I mean, that's not really too intelligent. But I want you to listen to what this woman has to say.
Because that's what I was just saying. Anton got a black wife, but he's a certified raccoon. So what does it mean at the end of the day? What do you stand on as a man? What do you stand for as a man? That's what really counts at the end of the day. There's a bunch of people with black wives, but are certified raccoons. Tampon is the biggest example when it comes to that. The greatest example, the best definition of a raccoon with a black wife.
Because we just got some questions.
I hope a lot of Hispanics, at least in these past 3 days, have seen the amount of videos that I have seen and the hate that we have been receiving, our community has been receiving these past 3 days or so. I genuinely hope that you guys have opened your eyes by now. I hope that as a collective, we learn that we have to be united. We have to unite. In the United States, Hispanics in the United States, we have to unite. We have to stop the divisions and within each other. Oh, because you're from this country, I'm from this country, due to our color of skin, our race, our background, our ethnicity. We are all Hispanics at the end of the day. Because the minute you open your mouth, regardless if it's white people, as in white Americans or black Americans, the minute you open your mouth and they hear your accent and they can tell, oh, this is not one of us, we're going to get pushed away. Because it's not only white people pushing us away. And this is good for your asses, especially you, the ones that like to be lambones, you know, lambiendo, like we say in the Caribbean, lambiendo the white or the black people. We have each other. And this is in no way, shape, or form trying to push division. This is not what I'm saying, because I'm just going to be somebody that's going to try to twist it. It's me saying at the end of the day, regardless if you're Mexican, if you're Dominican, if you're Bolivian, if you're Argentinian, if you are a Cuban, Colombian, we are all Hispanics. We have each other. At the end of the day, when something happens, we have each other here in the United States. Just like black Americans stick together, just like white Americans stick together, we have to learn to stick together. And a lot of the problem, and I'm going to say straight up, that we have right now in the Hispanic community is that we have a percentage of people that want to kiss the ass of other groups. I don't understand why, whether it's the Hispanics that want to kiss the ass of black Americans and they believe that they have to be accepted or validated to sit at a table. I don't know why they want to sit at a table. One thing is us being, unified or having love for each other, respect for each other. That's one thing, I can appreciate you, your contributions, what you've done, your history, whatever. I don't have to be you. I don't have to push agendas for you or do what's best for you as a Hispanic. Because at the end of the day, I'm a Hispanic, and I have to look out for my people.
Oh, this message that she put out is actually a good one, actually. Now, all this about coming together, nobody care about you coming together. Do what you think you need to do. Have more power to you.
Shout out to Jocelyn for the Cash App. Shout out to Cindy for the Cash App as well. Let's get some of you brothers to bless the like button. The like button. Don't be allergic to the like button, man. Shout out to the ladies for supporting the show.
But the reasoning you want to come together is because why? Because black people were addressing incidents of anti-black racism. It's not no kind of quote unquote hate. Nobody said no hate. No, they said no. We're addressing, or those who made videos are addressing incidents like that. And the thing is, in your video, ma'am, you did not deny what black people are saying. See, it's not sometimes what people are saying is what they're not saying. And she did not say, hey, all those videos of black people talking about they lying. That's not true. I prefer to hear that from you, and then you prove why it's not true. But no, you're saying is hate, and don't even show a video to show exactly what you mean is hate. Because what I see is black people talking about certain incidents that has happened all over the country, especially in Los Angeles, California. A lot of black people are talking about that situation. So you're
yeah, man. Me being from Los Angeles, I've been at the forefront. I've been one of the first content creators in the FBA community to call out anti-blackness from Latinos. Who's been doing it longer than me? I mean, seriously. You got Tariq Nasheed, you got me. I can't name the only person that I can name who's been calling out anti-black Latinos for as long as I've been doing it. The only other person I can name is Tariq Nasheed. He from LA like me. He grew up in LA like me. He got family in Birmingham, Alabama. I got family in Birmingham, Alabama. So you see the connection there. You see where I'm going with this. All these other people you see calling out Latinos, these are Johnny come latelys, man. And it's not a bad thing that they're doing it. What I'm saying is these guys are Johnny come latelys. They wasn't calling out anti-black Latinos 3 years ago. They wasn't doing it. I'll say Red Supreme and Tariq Nasheed been the main ones calling out the anti-black Latinos for years on this platform. All these other dudes, Johnny come latelys, homie. I promise you.
There. You saying that some Latinos feel like they gotta, I guess, kiss black people's butt or white people's butt. I've never met any Latino that kiss black people's butt. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you want to talk about them folks, you're on to something there, because some of them would think that they are white like them and think like them and move like them and talk like them. So I can be with you on that one for sure. It's the white folks that want ICE to mass deport you. It ain't been black people at those rallies with Trump talking about a mass deportation of Latinos. It's not. Matter of fact, if you really want to talk about being together, why haven't you addressed?
Well, she never apologized, man. People been sending fake videos. Somebody sent me the video. Like, Red, why don't you react to this? She apologized. And then when I looked at the video, I said, nah, I don't think that's her. I believe the woman in the video was just trolling, looking for some attention, hoping to go viral.
Ma'am, the ICE agents that's from your community is rounding up your own people. It's not us that's rounding you up. It's Latino.
Viral Way calls it out, but I've been doing it longer though, bro. Shout out to Viral Way, but I've been doing it way longer. Anybody who knows my history know King Supreme been one of the first brothers from LA calling this out. And I've been doing it for a long time now. A lot of these dudes are only doing it now because it's popular to do it. FBA content is popular, so now they're making content about anti-black Latinos, and a lot of these guys have never experienced anti-black Latinos like that in real life. I know what it's like to live around them. I've been to jail with them. You know what I'm saying? I've been to war with them in the streets. So if anybody has experience with anti-black Latinos, I got firsthand experience. I don't need to pull up no internet videos to talk about what I'm talking about. I'm speaking from experience. I use these videos to give you guys an understanding of where I'm coming from and why I've been saying what I've been saying.
Those who are in ICE rounding other Latinos up. Why everybody focusing on us? That should be your conversation, not with your interaction with black folks, but ask why is Latinos rounding up their own people? But you never want to address the real issues you should be talking about. Maybe you also should be talking about and uniting over getting rid of the cartel violence in y'all homelands. They got good, hardworking people in Latin America every day that work. They got to pay the cartels money for protection. And if they don't pay for protection, then they're going to tell them I'm going to close your business because you're not paying. Why aren't you addressing those issues? But like I said before, when they come over here for better opportunity from their homeland, they forget about those people back home. Because she just said the United States. She didn't say we need to just unite as Latinos worldwide. No, just the United States. But also the thing she said toward the end that really, and I want y'all to pay attention to what she said about, basically like something like reparations. She shouldn't have to join that to benefit anything because she's Latina. And this is why, now, when y'all say, why aren't you out there protesting against ICE? That comment right there is why. The reason why black people aren't protesting ICE and things like that is because you only care about yourselves. And black people have finally woke up.
Well, I've been telling everybody that Latinos have never fought for anything that benefit black people. Why would they? Look at their homeland. They come from a culture that is anti-black. So when they fight for something, they're only fighting for themselves. So why would black Americans, foundational black Americans, be surprised that all these other groups are just for themselves? When Asians got a crime bill, they didn't say, oh, this is for all minorities. They said, no, this is strictly for Asians and Asians only. So why are we surprised that these people are selfish? I've been telling you guys how selfish these people are, how they only think about themselves, how they only fight for themselves and no one else. Some of you people are just now waking up, man. Me being from Los Angeles, California, I've been calling this out for years, but guess what? You know what people would say to me that was from the East Coast and down south? Man, that's only in California, man. None of that stuff gonna happen over here, man. And da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. I said, when they start sending immigrants over there, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I'm trying to put you up on game now so that you'll be prepared for it, so that you don't be blinded when it actually comes and hits you right in the damn face. I've been warning you guys about this years ago, ringing the alarm, telling you guys to stop voting for Democratic policies, stop voting for open borders. I've been warning my people for years. This is nothing new to us in California. We've seen this movie several times.
So you know what? We got to care about Black America. We got to care about FBAs. That's what black people have finally done. Black people have finally realized there's no such thing as any coalition with any group of people. All we got is ourselves. And this is a beautiful time to be in. And we're going to get a whole lot more things done that way too, realizing all we have is ourselves in Black America. Understand? So you can unite on whatever you like to unite on, but it's just quite funny that you want to unite when accountability is happening and you want to stand against the accountability of what's going on, and you didn't deny what black folks are saying either. See, it's the thing. We are the ones that open up the door for all of you to come here. Not just one group, but all. And y'all, some of y'all still.
See, we open up the door for all these immigrants to come over here, right? But a lot of them are so ignorant that they don't realize that. They come over here ignorant and they bring their anti-black culture with them. They come over here to leech off of the system and claim to be hard workers, but won't build a homeland. But they're such hard workers, won't fight to change conditions in their country. They come over here, and the only reason that they can come over here is because of the civil rights that we fought for. They get protection. They get protection under the civil rights bills that we fought for. They ain't got to worry about being deported. They ain't got to be worried. They ain't got to worry about being discriminated on. They receive protection under the civil rights bill that we fought for, and no one else. You wouldn't have the opportunity to come to America and work hard if it wasn't for foundational black Americans fighting for the civil rights that you benefit from, fool. You wouldn't have the opportunity to come over here illegally and work hard if you didn't have the protections under the civil rights bill that we fought for. But you can't expect for an uneducated immigrant from an anti-black culture to truly understand the history of this country. They're illiterate, they're uneducated, they don't know a damn thing about history. They only come over here to benefit and to leech off of what we fought for. These people are anti-black, uneducated, and very ignorant. Please understand that.
Talking crap about black folk.
Yeah.
Like we've done you anything. We haven't done you anything.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. My thing is you come over here, those who are doing it, of course, and you sounding like the white supremacists, we're going to treat you like we treat the white supremacists. Understand that. I want to make this perfectly clear. If you speak like a white supremacist, we're going to treat you like one. It don't matter about your skin tone. If a black person was acting the same way, we'll be doing the same thing to them too. We do not accept white supremacy in no shape, form, or fashion. We don't accept the ideology. We don't accept any of that. I want you to be perfectly clear with everybody. If you're sounding like a white supremacist and you're Asian, we're going to deal with you the same way we deal with white supremacists. If you're Latino, if you're Arab, whatever, we're going to deal with you the same. So if you don't want to deal with black America like that, just keep them racial slurs out your mouth. Don't be making, don't be saying stereotypical things, especially when you're holding certain jobs. And we cool. Y'all can talk about black people all you want at your events, in your house. We don't, man, have fun at it. Whatever. Make your jokes. But when you come online, when you are holding certain...
Shout out to Matthew for the cash app, man. He said, thanks, Red, for waking our people up. Hey, man, I try, man. I've been trying to wake them up for years, telling them that when these Latinos over Bible 8, they're going to bring that anti-blackness with them. You're going to see that same hatred. It don't matter what city they're in. Now, when they don't have numbers, you're not going to really hear too much from them. When they gain numbers, they'll gain political power. And when they gain political power, they will enforce anti-blackness upon you and your community. Then they'll put businesses in your community. You'll begin to notice that a lot of jobs that black people used to have in construction and landscaping, you're going to see most of them people with those jobs. They're going to take over and lock you out. That's how it goes. When they gain numbers in your city, when they gain numbers in your community, you're going to see everything that I've been talking about, people. Wake up, family.
And saying things, we're going to deal with you like we deal with the white supremacists.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. And we're not begging nobody to fight for our causes. I want to let you know.
All right, let's go over here. So all I'm saying is when they gain numbers and political power, they're going to show you their true colors.
That's what that was about. Yes.
Shout out to the she gonna get this down right here. This is the LULAC organization. Now the LULAC organization was in Texas. These are your Mexican, Latino civil rights leaders, and these guys were pretty damn anti-black. They wanted nothing to do with black folks. The homegirl gonna break it down for y'all, man. Let's get it. Check it out.
The problem, but I'm here to tell her, no. You could go digging in the crates, homegirl, and find a whole lot of things that have been anti-black that comes from your community, okay? That was a big old brouhaha. Now, mind you, a lot of these things that I'm talking about are referencing people who are in power. This LA City Council, they have the power. They decide what goes on in a city, the funding, the zoning, in a sense, right?
You seen what the LA City Council said about black people. Nuri Martinez, they was walking around calling black folks monkeys, allocating funds to the Latino community while depriving black zones and black communities across the city and the county of Los Angeles. That's what happens when they gain numbers and political power. You will see the same thing that you've seen in LA with the LA City Council. Nuri Martinez, anybody? I covered that story 2 years ago. Let's go.
So they have a lot of power. So they weren't just a bunch of, Latinos sitting up, playing cards and drinking coffee and talking about how they despise black and Oaxacan people. They were there on the dais with the the power to make changes against a group of people they just didn't like. So if y'all see Jimmy out there, you let her know, okay? Also, now we always gonna talk about this. These are the people that are like her, right? The Latinos, the Mexicans. Now, this is way back in the day. Some of these were LULAC presidents, like at the bottom there, Felix Tijerina, 1956. He says, "Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I do not want to align with him." So he is basically saying, man, forget black people. I'm not trying to get together with him. Dispelling this what? Black and brown unity that we're told exists. He's saying, black and brown unity don't exist. In fact, we don't want it to exist.
He said, and then he went on to say, Mexicans belong to the Caucasian race, because I said it before and I said it again. Mexicans fought to be legally white in the 1930s. Matter of fact, Mexicans was classified as white. Now in the 1960s, they started calling themselves brown people because they realized that they can latch on to the civil rights movement and call themselves people of color and benefit from the movement. Prior to that, they were classified as white. So they wanted to be white when that was beneficial. But in the 1960s, when it was beneficial to be a person of color, they said, well, forget it. We ain't white no more. We're brown people, people of color. So Latinos, mainly Mexicans, have been known to play both sides of the field. White when that's beneficial, brown and people of color when that's beneficial. They're chameleons. They're opportunists. I got to call it like it is. And I don't give a damn who gets mad about it. The truth is the truth. Don't get mad at me. Check your own people. Don't get mad at me. Check your own people, because I'm just simply telling the truth, giving you the irrefutable facts. All you got to do is study the damn history.
Get away from way back in the days. Some of these were LULAC presidents, like at the bottom there, Felix Tijerina, 1956. He says, "Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I do not want to align with him." So he is basically saying, man, forget black people. I'm not trying to get together with him. Dispelling this what? Black and brown unity that we're told exists. He's saying, black and brown unity don't exist. In fact, we don't want it to exist. Get away from us, black folks. We are going to go do our own thing, okay? This cat up above them says we are not and have never been a civil rights organization. Personally, I hate the word, okay? Now, this was Hector Garcia or something like that. Garcia, yeah. And he's basically saying civil rights. I don't like that. You know why he didn't like that? Because they were too busy trying to convince white folks that we are white too. Right? And civil rights was for who? Civil rights was for us. It wasn't for nobody else. And so they hating on the sidelines, seeing black folks trying to get civil rights. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that we can't have civil rights until we get human rights, because America don't see us as a human. But that's a different conversation. So they sitting on the sidelines hating, talking about, well, we don't want civil rights. Because again, they
I got a dope video, man. Shout out to you for sending me this video. I'm gonna play it, my brother.
That was for us. And hey,
this is a video right here, and I'm gonna break it down. A group of Mexicans in Chicago surrounded a black woman's car, repeatedly calling her the N-word. Cheered as they jumped on her car and set on fire during the street takeover on the south side of Chicago. So these are Mexicans in Chicago surrounded a black woman's car and called her the N-word. We're gonna play that video right after this.
White folks, we're like you. And this cat over here, John Herrera, he says Latino Americans of Mexican descent belong to the Caucasian race and are therefore white. So again, he's putting people on notice. We ain't Mexican, we white. We white like you, boss. And we'll prove that we're white like you because we'll hate on black Americans, right? Well, if you punching down on them, we gonna punch down on them too. If y'all don't want them to have civil rights, we don't want them to have civil rights too. So I'm just trying to educate, Miss Jimmy there, who says we're not doing nothing to y'all. It's just one person. No, it's not one person. It's one system that Latinos often participate in their anti-blackness, okay? Then lastly, this guy here, and I always forget his name, but anyway, it's Black Officers. I know Negro.
I'm gonna go to this real quick, then I'm gonna show you the hold on, let's go. She broke it down. Check this out. Check this out right here. Here, man, because Now, this is Chicago. A group of Mexicans living in Chicago surrounded a black woman's car and repeatedly called her the N-word. Cheered as they jumped on her car and set on fire during a street takeover on the south side of Chicago. Let's get it. This is Chicago.
They been back to Lumen already. Ooh, what she doing?
That's the black woman right there. The Mexicans surrounded her damn car. Look, the sister hopped out like, hey man, what's going on?
Ooh, what she doing?
And look how they jumping on her car. They jumping on her damn car. Now, I don't know why she would have stopped. I would have ran them fools over. You ain't finna get in front of me and no. I would have ran them fools smooth over. Ain't no way. But she's by herself. There she go right there.
So I'm going to hit a couple of notes here, right? Number one, which was stated, I'm going to thread by the post. They said it was a black woman, right? So I'm going to go just specifically directly off of that and not veer off, right? So you have a black woman that was caught up in this street takeover, which street takeovers are illegal, and they're illegal for obviously reasons like this in the street.
And they burned her car too. They burned it, right?
Takeover, yeah, one black woman, and she was in the middle of a whole bunch of Mexicans that were there. And what ended up taking place was the fact that they decided to surround her car, and then within that, to attack her, to provoke her out of the car, to make sure that she does not have a place to go. They proceeded to make their way into the car by opening up the doors and the trunks. They started pulling stuff out of the car, going into the car in order to provoke her out. They successfully got her out of the car. And then after they got her out, you saw one of them lead her away from the car, while another one got a gas canister from out of nowhere and then decided to set the car on fire. Now, there are hundreds of people there. Notice how none of them stopped that guy from setting that car on fire. Notice how none of them stopped the other individuals there from jumping on her car, messing up her car, ruining her car, pulling stuff directly out of her car. And I'm supposed to believe that there is a black and brown unity. I'm supposed to believe that these people that I'm seeing actually care and want to unify with the black community, and that we're all supposed to be the same. I've never, again, growing up in Detroit, we got a Mexican area, directly down there. I ain't never in my life seen any type of foolishness and nonsense like this, where black folks are deciding that, hey, we're going to sit up there, oh, that's a Mexican family in the car, we're going to sit up there and get them out the car. We're going to sit up there and antagonize them. We're going to block their car, and then we're going to set their vehicle directly on fire, and then we're going to call them a whole bunch of slurs, and we're going to sit up there and record it, and we're going to yell about it.
Then they burned her car, man. This is on the south side of Chicago. Now, I don't know what part of the south side it was, but yeah, man, they burned their car down, called her the N-word. Now, I don't know why, but this was during the takeover. When they do the donuts, they all out in the streets talking, and yeah, man. There was another situation in Chicago 2 years ago where these Mexican women jumped on this 12-year-old black girl, punched her in the eye, gave her a black eye. And this was on Mexican Independence Day. There was a Mexican Independence Day in Chicago. I believe it was like 2023, I believe, right? I covered the story. These Mexican women in Chicago jumped on this black girl and punched her in the damn eye. I'm going to show the video right after this.
Hear about it and then watch everything. I've never seen that. I've never seen it. This is ridiculous. This is 100% ridiculous, and this is why I continuously say that there's no such thing as black and brown unity because of stuff like this. There was no reason. You cannot give any type of reason for this sitting up to happen. Of course, you're going to have, well, we don't know the full video. We don't know the full extent. We don't know what really sat up there and happened, and yada, yada, yada. Like I said, this is straight nonsense. Lock everybody up. Lock everybody up. I don't even care if they didn't even do it. Lock them all up because they were there. They were doing something that's illegal, something that should not be happening, and somebody could have really lost their lives. This is the other thing, right? So much for that black and brown alliance, because the brown side of things really burnt up that car. Who's to say that that woman's car was not the vehicle that she used in order to live directly out of? Again, there was a lot of stuff directly in there. Again, it's an assumption. I'm just listing some things. Do you now know what that means? That now means that that woman does not have a place to stay. That means that any and all of the information that may be very important is now gone. That means also any clothes or anything that was pretty much her worldly possessions are now also gone as well. Or who's to say that the clothes and stuff directly in the back weren't family members, you know, kids. Maybe it was birthday or gifts or something like that. Again, somebody's property was destroyed, and none of those quote unquote people who are part of the unity or that are supposed to be aligning with black Americans, none of those people did anything. They recorded, they cheered, they stood by, and they just watched it all happen. And then once the car started, you know, lighting up on fire and sparking directly up, they all just ran directly from the hills as if it never happened. But I promise you, these are the exact same ones who like to say the N-word continuously back and forth to each other. And there's not a black person in sight. And this is what they like to sit up there and do. Because now this is what I guess people are going to say, what, a part of their culture. This is just something that they normally do, which initially they didn't normally do this, but this is how weird stuff basically gets. These are
over there in New York was assaulted. It wasn't even Latinos or Mexicans, and they were blaming us already. They were doing protesting, and they went crazy saying they hated Mexicans, and it wasn't.
Being said and you get a pass. Do not say that. This allows other Mexicans and other Hispanics.
My bad, I was on mute. I muted on that. That happens sometimes. I got another video about the south side of Chicago where a black dude was just going to visit his girlfriend, right? His baby mama. Little Village is a predominant Mexican community in Chicago. Little Village is like East LA and Los Angeles. But in Chicago, Little Village is a heavily populated Mexican area where they don't like black people to come to their community. Anyway, this black dude, his girlfriend lived in Little Village. He was going to his girlfriend's house. I think he caught the bus or the train or whatever. So he's walking down the street to get to her house. The Mexican said, "What are you doing over here? No darkies are supposed to be in this community." They beat him up. They robbed him. They broke his jaw. He was hospitalized. They took his debit cards, his credit cards, his money. He was hospitalized. They beat this dude bad just for being in the Mexican community in Little Village, Chicago. I'm going to play the video right after this. Make sure that you guys get the like button. Hit the like.
Me and people like her are using it in the wrong context and in the wrong way, and this is not us. We are better than this, so we have to do better than this. This is an example of what corruption, discrimination. Can we see what's happening to our communities right now? We're being hunted down. We're being hunted down, and we expect the Black communities to stand.
Do not need to apologize to the Black community for what Ashley did, because we did not do it. It's crazy to me to see so many videos of Black people using that as an excuse to say they support ICE, to say so many horrible things. The people who are doing that, they're just as racist as Ashley, and you don't deserve no respect. So I'm not gonna apologize for that. For the Black people that like us, we like you back. If you don't like us, it's fine. We don't need to be kissing butt or anything because we didn't do it. It's crazy because they always use an excuse to like discriminate on us, and if we say something, then we're racist. Like, for example, when Jada over there in New York was assaulted, it wasn't even Latinos or Mexicans, and they were blaming us already. They were doing protesting, and they went crazy saying they hated Mexicans, and it wasn't even Mexicans. And then they will do trends making fun of Mexican women, that we look like freaks. When we defend ourselves, they will say that we're racist. So every time they do something to us, they want us to apologize for what? We didn't do anything. So if you are posting those videos saying that we are racist and we don't like you, maybe we don't like you not because of the color of your skin, but because of how you guys only use the one person as an excuse to treat all of us bad. And when one Black person treats us bad, we don't go and do protesting and do all this crazy stuff. So yeah, like the people that are there, oh, I'm sorry. Why are you sorry for? Are you racist? Or why are you saying sorry for? You know, for me, it's ridiculous, honestly. I have never harassed any Black person. They have harassed me, and I have never done that, and I will not do it because I'm not that person. But I'm not gonna apologize for something I didn't do. That's just ridiculous.
Gonzalez reminds us of the anti-Black.
No, hit the like button.
In a racist piece of crap chat.
Especially this type of in our communities who say these things.
Members of the Latino community, Hispanic community, we need to have a chit chat. If you haven't seen, go watch that video of Ashley Gonzalez, the police officer who decided to go on Snapchat and post an entirely racist rant using slurs and being a racist piece of crap towards the Black community. And the one thing that I noticed a lot in a lot of these videos in this matter was a lot of us commenting, not all of us. Like, oh my God, this is horrible, racist, it's not all of us. But let's be honest, it's quite enough of us. And we see it. I understand that a lot of us have the mindset of like, it's not us, and it's not us, it's the majority, but enough of us do have that mindset. Let's not forget, the Latino community in itself has a lot of colorism and racism within itself alone. And we don't call each other out enough. And we need to start. And instead of thinking of a mindset of like, oh shit, if like what came to your mind at first when you saw that video immediately was like, not me. I didn't say the word though. Instead of going like, damn, I am very worried for the victims, the Black people that this woman has ever arrested, because she abused her power. There is no doubt in my mind that she probably arrested some people just because they were Black. And you know what? When they tell you that sometimes a lot of Hispanic think that they are like proximity to whiteness makes them better than black people, and we like to be defensive about it. But it's fucking true. Like the evidence is right in front of your face. So what we need to do is ask ourselves, why do we continue to let this mindset run rampant in our fucking community? We need to like take accountability, and we need to teach our children better. We need to like better ourselves. Otherwise, things are never going to change. And let's think about the victims more rather than think about how this makes us look.
You guys are trying to do, bro. You guys are literally just trying to use Ashley Gonzalez as an excuse to finally go at the raza. Yes, finally showing you guys his true colors, like these videos, which I'm about to show you. Now, I know that I already made a video yesterday.
Look at this fool saying how now we're using these videos to show how we feel. See, this is why you can't mess with a lot of them, man. Some of them are okay. Some of them take accountability. So we're using this video to show how we really feel about the raza. Why don't you address the anti-blackness that's in your community? The Spanish conquistadors have brainwashed you people to feel like that about black folks. We know it. We study history. We understand what time it is. We know what's going on, fool. Stop trying to deflect. I want you to hear this idiot. Look at what this idiot said with his mask on and don't want to show his damn face.
You guys are trying to do, bro. You guys are literally just trying to use Ashley Gonzalez as an excuse to finally go at the raza. Yes, finally showing you guys his true colors, like these videos, which I'm about to show you. Now, I know that I already made a video yesterday, but this one has a different message. Now, some people in the African-American community is saying that Ashley Gonzalez is a direct representation of all Mexican Americans in the US. But one person has never been a representation of all. Because if you guys remember, Latinos were also standing up for you guys. And even yesterday, when everybody gathered together in Houston,
Latinos were standing up for you guys. All right, man. You got a few Latinos speaking out, calling their people out for anti-black racism. I'll give you that. But the reality of it is this anti-blackness is a part of Latino culture, bro. There's no way you can get around that, homie. You're not going to gaslight us. No, we're not going to let you get away with this. We know what it is. We've studied the history. I know exactly what it is. The black community was never taught to feel a certain way about Latinos because most black people didn't even grow up with Latinos, with the exception of California, maybe. Black people on the East Coast and other places, even on the East Coast, they wasn't raised to hate Latinos. You know, our biggest enemy has always been the oppressor, the white man. In Latin America, you guys perceive the black man to be the enemy because the Spanish conquistadors indoctrinated you with anti-blackness. They brought the caste color system over there to listen, I don't care if you in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, Cuba. If it's a Spanish-speaking country, they've been indoctrinated with anti-black racism. And, you know, they get it from the conquistadors. It's embedded in y'all psyche. They promoted this anti-blackness all over Latin America. Everywhere that they speak Spanish, this is a part of the damn culture. You never see black people on television in Latin America. No media representation. No representation in politics. Come on, homie. They bring that mindset with them when they come over here. Black people barely started calling out Latinos for the anti-black racism. Black people barely started doing this. Me being from Los Angeles, I'm ahead of the wave because I witnessed this firsthand. So I'm speaking from firsthand experience. Unlike these other guys who are just using internet videos and just giving their opinion, but they never really dealt with it firsthand. Come on, man.
Now, we need to like take accountability. Those look.
You guys are trying to do, bro. You guys are literally just trying to use Ashley Gonzalez as an excuse to finally go at the raza. Yes, finally showing you guys his true colors, like these videos, which I'm about to show you. Now, I know that I already made a video yesterday, but this one has a different message. Now, some people in the African-American community is saying that Ashley Gonzalez is a direct representation of all Mexican Americans in the US. But one person has never been a representation of all. Because if you guys remember, Latinos were also standing up for you guys. And even yesterday, when everybody gathered together in Houston to denounce Ashley Gonzalez, look who was in the back. A Raza person. I'm not gonna beg fools to like the Raza. If you guys don't like the Raza, you guys don't have to like us. All I'm saying is, do you guys remember this? 5 years ago, April 25th, 2021? Do you guys remember how nobody blamed the whole African American community? Chat, we were only blaming one specific bad apple. We blamed that one bad apple then. It's only right that you guys return the favor and blame the one bad apple, in this case, Ashley Gonzalez. I don't agree with anything that Ashley Gonzalez said, but chat, if you guys are gonna select the whole entire raza and blame them, you guys could come and see me for the ones.
So he said, we're blaming the raza. We're blaming the whole raza, right? No, what we're saying is anti-blackness is a major problem in your culture. We know it's not every Mexican or every Latino. We know it's not, but by large, it's a part of you guys' culture. There's no denying that, homie. Let's be real. Let's get to the facts. You know what I mean? A Mexican dude was standing with black people when they was calling out Ashley because it was the right thing to do. So he stood up and did what was right. Salute to him for doing that. Shout out to all the Latinos that's been calling out their people for this anti-black racism. Shout out to them. And I say that with the most respect. The most up, man. Check it.
Community who have come out as these videos.
And us, we love all people. No, if you go to Texas, if you go to California, there are a lot of Hispanic people that love saying that N-word, hard ER. In growing up.
Shout out to Rashad for the cash app, man. I appreciate you, Rashad, for the cash app. Let's get some more of you brothers and sisters to bless that like button. Act like you love the damn content, man.
In the Hispanic community, amongst Latinos in Texas, I noticed that a lot of them love to turn a blind eye to a lot of things. When it's convenient, they might sit there and be like, oh, we don't stand for that. That isn't a representative of our community, blah, 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 blah. No, Ashley Gonzalez was a woman who was emboldened by her community. She went this long unchecked. A lot of Mexicans, a lot of Latinos don't know the difference between racism and prejudice. Sure, there are many people of color in many communities all over the world who are prejudiced. The systemic racism enacted towards all of us, especially Black Americans in America, in the United States, is something to be said and talked about, especially when many non-Black communities of color love to utilize that proximity to whiteness to inflict oppression upon Black people. Ashley Gonzalez literally got into the police force, and I think from what I saw in that video, she was describing how she was utilizing her position of power to inflict harm on a Black person, right? Unfortunately, when you grow up to be an adult, you represent a lot of things. You represent your parents, you represent your family name, you represent your community, you represent the job you're tied to. You're a representative of something. If those entities, institutions, family units let you go that long with that behavior to where it then got publicized, that is a representative of all those entities, those communities, those institutions. It is a failing on all of those things. I'm so sick of so many non-Black communities of color, even, I'm sure, even in the Black community. There's a lot of colorism. There's a lot of behaviors that everybody just sees, many vile things that are said behind closed doors and nobody checks it. The influential people don't check it. The leaders of the communities don't check it. They'll sit there and go, well, nobody that those horrid statements are made about are here, so we're just not gonna say anything. Like, I don't need to say anything. It's okay. They're not gonna say that in real life, like in public, they're not. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to check it. But then things happen like this. Ashley Gonzalez is a representative of her community because it's her community, our community, that lets these people go unchecked for far too long with their racism. Ashley Gonzalez, a lot of the times, these Hispanic people genuinely believe that acting like this gives them proximity to whiteness. You are never going to be accepted as a white person. You are never going to be welcomed into the white community, into institutions of power. Entities that have power, like the police force, like the military, like certain groups of white people, they literally welcome you in just to use your dumb ass. But too many of y'all genuinely believe that it makes you different than other people within your own community, different than Black people. It doesn't. We are all one. And just because some of you decide to dip your toes, tap into hell, some of y'all dive deep into oppressive tactics in order to try to differentiate yourself, it doesn't. It's all in vain. It only makes you look stupid, and then you enact harm on others while doing it and trying all that shit out. Ashley Gonzalez is a representative of the Hispanic community. She's representative of a community that let her go unchecked up until now. And even now, y'all aren't checking her. You're just ostracizing her. Oh, we don't claim her. Oh, she's not a part of us. She is a part of us. A lot of y'all do the same things behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Racism and colorism issues in the Hispanic and Latino communities, and acknowledging and educating yourself on Black history and their oppression and how it goes hand in hand with the oppression of every other minority, and apologizing for the racism that has happened on behalf of the Hispanic and Latino community towards Black people is not kissing ass to another race. It's doing the bare fucking minimum. Yeah, I'm continuing to be mad at my comments, but it's true.
I like how she said that. Apologizing for the anti-Black racism that comes from the Latino community, that's not kissing Black people's behind. That's doing what's right. And that's the bare minimum, right? So shout out to her for saying that, because a lot of Latinos will shame other Latinos. Oh, you apologizing to the Blacks. Why you want to apologize to the Blacks? You're kissing their butt. You're kissing their behind. You need to stop doing that. Represent your people, right? So shout out to her for keeping it 1,000,000. It ain't butt kissing. It's just being real. Black people paved the way for you to come over here and to have the civil rights that you have. So the least you can do is pay homage and show some damn respect, instead of promoting this anti-Blackness that you got from the Spanish conquistadors.
Hispanic and Latino communities, and acknowledging and educating yourself on Black history and their oppression and how it goes hand in hand with the oppression of every other minority, and apologizing for the racism that has happened on behalf of the Hispanic and Latino community towards Black people is not kissing ass to another race. It's doing the bare fucking minimum. Yeah, I'm continuing to be mad at my comments, but it's true. Look at the way y'all treat morenas. Darker skinned Hispanic and Latinos, you treat them terribly. Look at the way you treat Afro-Latinos. Look at the way you treat indigenous people in the Americas. Like, there's even a well-known saying in Latin America, especially in Mexico, that, oh, all the ugliest women come from Oaxaca. And it honestly goes to show just how uneducated people are, because if you knew our history, you would not be racist or colorist. And if you were educated, you would know that Hispanic, Latino, Black, and Indigenous communities have so much shared history. All of the things that are praised and loved about Latin American culture comes from our indigenous ancestry. And I hate to break it to some people, but apparently some people need a history lesson. Our ancestors were enslaved. A genocide happened against them. Our men were systemically killed and our women were raped to create mestizos. The reason there are so many issues and discord and prejudice amongst minorities and Black people together is because of racist white propaganda that is preached to us to keep us from uniting. And when you fall for the racist white propaganda that is causing discord in our communities, you are a colonizer. And you contribute to the hate and violence and lack of safety for Black people and minorities across the entire world.
The Hispanic people, we do not support this kind of behavior, and this message is to all the Hispanics out there. Just because you hear the N-word being said and you get a pass, do not say that. This allows other Mexicans and other Hispanics proximity, and people like her are using it in the wrong context and in the wrong way, and this is not us. We are better than this, so we have to do better than this. This is an example of what corruption, discrimination. Can we see what's happening to our communities right now? We're being hunted down. We're being hunted down, and we expect the Black communities to stand.
not need to apologize to the black community for.
All right, she said we don't need to apologize. I'm gonna play the little small clip of this. She said we don't need to apologize to the black community. I didn't do it. Don't blame me. We're speaking about a problem that's been going on in your community for decades, and the majority of your people have been silent. As of lately, some of your people have came forward to expose the anti-blackness in their community, and shout out to those Latinos. As of recently, we've seen more Latinos come out to say, yes, we do got a problem with anti-blackness in our community. Shout out to them for pointing this out, because 10 years ago, you would have never seen Latinos even admitting this. They would have said, no, 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 that's not true. There's no anti-blackness in our community. No, 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 that's not true. 10 years ago, I mean, homie, check it. Still today, you got a lot of them still saying it's not true. But 10 years ago, you would have never seen Latinos calling out their own people for their anti-blackness, for the anti-blackness that's embedded in their culture. As of recently, you've seen more and more Latinos come out to say, yeah, it is true. We got a problem with anti-blackness in our community. So shout out to them for having the courage to call out their own people. Let's get back to the content, man. No, 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 that's not true.
This is an example of what corruption, discrimination. Can we see what's happening to our communities right now? We're being hunted down. We're being hunted down, and we expect the black communities to stand.
Do not need to apologize to the black community for what Ashley did, because we did not do it. It's crazy to me to see so many videos of black people using that as an excuse to say they support ICE, to say so many horrible things. The people who are doing that, they're just as racist as Ashley, and you don't deserve no respect. So I'm not gonna apologize for that. For the black people that like us, we like you back. If you don't like us, it's fine. We don't need to be kissing butt or anything because we didn't do it. It's crazy because they always use an excuse to like discriminate on us, and if we say something, then we're racist. Like, for example, when Jada over there in New York was assaulted, it wasn't even Latinos or Mexicans, and they were blaming us already. They were doing protesting, and they went crazy saying they hated Mexicans, and it wasn't even Mexicans. And then they will do trends making fun of Mexican women, that we look like fridges. When we defend ourselves, they will say that we're racist. So every time they do something to us, they want us to apologize for what? We didn't do anything. So if you are posting those videos saying that we are racist and we don't like you, maybe we don't like you not because of the color of your skin, but because of how you guys only use the one person as an excuse to treat all of us bad. And when one black person treats us bad, we
said we use Ashley Gonzalez as an excuse to treat all Latinos bad. Man, come on, man. Are you serious? So we're treating all Mexicans bad just based on Ashley Gonzalez? No, we use Ashley Gonzalez as an example to prove that anti-blackness is a part of the culture in Latin America, not just in Mexico. The bigger problem is the anti-black racism that's a part, and that is a major part of your culture. That's what we're pointing out. Huh? You guys are just using this to treat all of us bad. No, 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 that's not true. No, 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 that's not true.
So if you are posting those videos saying that we are racist and we don't like you, maybe we don't like you not because of the color of your skin, but because of how you guys only use the one person as an excuse to treat all of us bad. And when one black person treats us bad, we don't go and do protesting and do all this crazy stuff. So yeah, like the people that are there, oh, I'm sorry. Why are you sorry for? Are you racist? Or why are you saying sorry for? You know, for me, it's ridiculous, honestly. I have never harassed any black person. They have harassed me, and I have never done that. And I will not do it because I'm not that person. But I'm not gonna apologize for something I didn't do. That's just ridiculous.
Gonzalez reminds us of that.
All right, let's go to the next clip, man. No, 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 that's not true. No, 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 no. No, that's not true. I want y'all to see what King Yeller said about Mexicans in Chicago.
What about the Hispanic gangs?
What about them?
There's a lot of them in Chicago?
Hell yeah. Latin kings, Latin folks, SDs. There's all type of shit. It's going to be different.
See, there's a lot of black people in Mexican gangs in Chicago. A lot of y'all didn't know that.
Everyone.
What about?
Now, you're going to see this. I've noticed that there's a lot of there's some blacks and Mexican gangs in Chicago for sure. I've seen it. Just like you got some blacks and Mexican gangs in Los Angeles. There's no denying that. Anyway, King Yeller is getting ready to expose the racism that Mexicans have for blacks in their communities in Chicago. Shout out to King Yeller for telling the damn truth.
What about the Hispanic gangs?
What about them?
There's a lot of them in Chicago?
Hell yeah. Latin kings, Latin folks, SDs. There's all type of shit. It's going to be different from probably like Latino gangs that's from Texas or the West Coast. Like you'll have a Mexican from Chicago come out here, they ain't even, what the f, they politics way different.
And do they give y'all problems in Chicago?
Who, the Mexicans?
Yeah.
Probably not now, but growing up here, what the f, Mexicans just hate in Chicago for sure. Our city is segregated already. Blacks here, whites there, like we don't grow up mixed. It's all at the school, you feel me? No, you don't go in no Mexican neighborhood, they gonna kill you. Talking about Cook County, scared to come out Cook County. There's gonna be a bunch of Mexicans coming out there, motherfucker. GDK, that's what they doing. They gonna try to trick you and blow you down. Oh my mama, nigga, no. Everybody, ask any nigga in Chicago, nigga. Man, you better be on point. Your ride better.
King Yeller said, man, them Mexicans will off you. They catch you in Little Village. Oh, they gonna do something. Them Mexicans in Chicago don't want you in Little Village. They catch you slipping outside of Cook County Jail. You gonna meet your fate. I'm gonna show you a video after this where this black dude was just going to his girlfriend's house. Them Mexicans in Chicago beat him down, broke his jaw, robbed him, took his cell phone, took his debit and credit cards, beat him down so much to the point to where he was in a hospital for 2 weeks. He was severely beat down by Mexicans in Little Village in Chicago. Shout out to King Yeller for telling the damn truth. King Yeller said, hell yeah, the Mexicans in Little Village will get you if they catch you slipping over there. Yeah.
Be out there when you get bonded out, nigga. They'll kill you up there.
What about the Hispanic gangs?
What about them?
There's a lot of them in Chicago?
Hell yeah. Latin kings, Latin folks, SDs. There's all type of shit. It's going to be different from probably like Latino gangs that's from Texas or the West Coast. Like you'll have a Mexican from Chicago come out here, they ain't even, what the f, they politics way different.
And do they give y'all problems in Chicago?
Who, the Mexicans?
Yeah.
Probably not now, but growing up here, what the f, Mexicans just hate in Chicago for sure. Our city is segregated already. Blacks here, whites there, like we don't grow up mixed. It's all at the school, you feel me? No, you don't go in no Mexican neighborhood, they gonna kill you. Talking about Cook County, I'm scared to come out Cook County. There's gonna be a bunch of Mexicans coming out there, motherfucker. GDK, that's what they doing. They gonna try to trick you and blow you down. Oh my mama, nigga, no. Everybody, ask any nigga in Chicago, nigga. Man, you better be on point. Your ride better be out there when you get bonded out, nigga. They'll kill you up there.
What about the Hispanic gangs?
See, I listen, homie. Listen, man. I told you. Now, let's get a few more contributors on the Cash App, man. We've been spending a whole lot of game. We got 600 plus people watching. How come we ain't got 600 likes? A lot of y'all got a problem with King Supreme for whatever reason, but y'all should be blessing that damn like button. Y'all should be blessing that damn like button, bro. We got 600 people watching, but only 200 something likes. There's a whole lot of people hating on me behind the scene. I can see it. You got people in the FBA community who don't know nothing about no Mexicans. They come up, they do a show talking about Mexicans and all y'all hitting the like button. But somebody who's really experienced it giving you firsthand information. You watch my show and you don't want to hit the like button. Yeah, there's a whole lot of suckers hating on me within this FBA community. I know it. I know it. I got common sense. You got people in the community making FBA content that ain't never experienced no Mexicans, ain't never dealt with them firsthand. Y'all be over there blessing the like button. You come over to my shit. Well, I'm giving you firsthand knowledge and information because I have firsthand experience on dealing with them. And I got to tell you suckers to hit the like button. And we got 600 plus people watching. Man, that's crazy.
What happened when my brother was dead ass because he's black? They saw a black skin and said, oh, you a GD because you a nigga.
Beaten to a bloody pulp on Mexican Independence Day in Chicago, Markel Jackson went to the corner store late Saturday night and he barely made it home with his life.
My brother wants some snacks, so he go to the store. And on his way back, he was approached by Mexicans, and they asked him, like, you GD? Start dropping GD in his face and shit. And he's like, no, I'm not. I don't gangbang. I'm just trying to go home, bro. He said that about 5 times. Some more of them got out the car, surrounding him. Ask him again, what you will? We know we GD killer.
They thought he was part of a gang, GDs to be exact.
He said, I'm not GD. One of them said, you lying, still off him.
And they supposedly are Latin kings.
They pistol whipped him multiple times, hit him with like different other weapons they had, whatever. They left my little brother for dead. This is not for all the Mexicans in Chicago. Some of y'all are our allies. Black and brown unity, man. What happened when
Man, I did a story on that, man. They beat that dude viciously. Oh, they beat him. Beat him up, robbed him, took everything. You know.
Brother was dead ass because he's black. They saw a black skin and said, oh, you a GD because you a nigga.
Beaten to a bloody pulp on Mexican Independence Day in Chicago, Markel Jackson went to the corner store late Saturday night and he barely made it home with his life.
My brother wants some snacks, so he go to the store. And on his way back, he was approached by Mexicans, and they asked him, like, you GD? Start dropping GD in his face and shit. And he's like, no, I'm not. I don't gangbang. I'm just trying to go home, bro. He said that about 5 times. Some more of them got out the car, surrounding him. Ask him again, what you will? We know we GD killer.
They thought he was part of a gang, GDs to be exact.
He said, I'm not GD. One of them said, you lying, still off him.
And they supposedly are Latin kings.
They pistol whipped him multiple times, hit him with like different other weapons they had, whatever. They left my little brother for dead. This is not for all the Mexicans in Chicago. Some of y'all are our allies. Black and brown unity, man. What happened when my brother was dead ass because he's black? They saw a black skin and said, oh, you a GD because you a nigga.
Beaten to a bloody pulp on Mexican Independence Day in Chicago, Markel Jackson.
Yeah, I did a story on that, man. That dude got beat bad, bro. Oh, he got beat bad. He got beat bad, brother. Now, I'm going to show you how these Mexicans in Chicago attacked blacks during the riots back in 2021. Check this out.
Shania mother Tanisha had the scare of their lives Sunday evening when their car was attacked by a group of Latinx men while driving on Kedzie and Cermak.
They hit all the windows, first of all. And then they also hit the passenger side. My other daughter was in there. And the glass went in her mouth. The brick hit her in her side, knocked the wind out of her. Everybody they was attacking was black.
Yeah, they was attacking black people for driving through their community. This is Chicago, I believe. This was like 2020, 2021, something like that. Hell yeah. Check this out.
X-men while driving on Kedzie and Cermak.
They hit all the windows, first of all. And then they also hit the passenger side. My other daughter was in there. And the glass went in her mouth. The brick hit her in her side, knocked the wind out of her. Everybody they was attacking was black.
Cicero activist Luz Chavez shot this video Monday in Cicero.
To Cermak and 50th Avenue, if you're
If you're black, do not come out here. Just crazy. Folks are armed with bats. I saw one guy with a machete.
She says it was heartbreaking to see the division among Latinx and blacks.
There are black Latinos and there are non-black Latinos, and there's just a lot of internalized racism.
There have been multiple videos shared on social media of black people being targeted by Latinx gang members, not only in Cicero, but in the city's Little Village and Pilsen neighborhoods following incidents of looting. On Monday in Cicero, WGN saw men with semi-automatic weapons on rooftops and others walking through the neighborhoods with bats and pipes, vowing to protect their property. But residents say it's gone beyond that.
Yeah, it's going beyond that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with protecting your community, but they was attacking random black people just for driving through there, bro. I remember that. I did content on it. Homie. I know. This is FBG Duck. Hit the like button, man. You must be stuck. This is FBG Duck. Man, the hell is wrong with this, man? It ain't loading up, man. What's wrong with you, man? Hold on. Let's go back real soon. Hold on, man.
That he doing this shit, y'all ass tweaking. I got to talk about child cities. The fuck out of here. I ain't talking about no other city but our shit.
This is FBG Duck. Before he passed away, he spoke on the Mexicans that was attacking blacks in Chicago just for driving through their communities. Wasn't looting, wasn't tearing up their stores. If you was black driving through their community, they was throwing bricks at you, shooting at your damn car.
You got all these other motherfuckers talking about Cali, and I'm not talking about all that shit. Talking about my fucking shit, Chicago. What they ass doing here? I ain't tweaking shit, nigga. Fuck you talking about.
All right, Duck cussing too much, man. I wanted to use Duck. I wanted to use Duck content, but Duck over there cussing way too much, man.
All right. We got to talk about this. So, God is telling me to stay out of this because I'm just a black man. An older black man, not after no ruckus, so don't come this way. I'm not interested. But I wanted to talk about what's going on in Chicago. Last week, making statements.
All right, his video was too low. I was going to play this video. Listen, man. I'm going to show you something that's been going on. And let's go back to California, man. Let's go back to California, man. You know, hold on one second. Hold on real quick. Yeah. It's Chicago. Calling out Chicago.
Oh, what the f is going on? Oh, y'all pressing me? Oh! He was on 63rd. What's 63rd? This weekend is Mexican Independence, and I heard Chicago goes crazy with this.
Begin with road closures in effect downtown right now as people celebrate Mexican Independence Day on the streets and sidewalks.
If you guys haven't noticed, I've got a new camera. I don't know if the quality's a little bit better. Some new mics. I'm really about this YouTube grind. I bought some new equipment. Now, what do you mean? I'm walking normal. It's just yo. Oh yeah, peep the hat, guys. Solo pesco pedos. If you guys know where I got the hat from, comment down below, and I'll give you a smooch. If there's something. What's 63rd? That's where all the GDs at, bro. What's that? Donuts. Yo, I want some donuts. Y'all from Cali? Nah, hell no. I like the lowrider though. Can you make it bounce? What do you mean by that? Nah, hell no. Look, y'all start jumping in. Yeah, start jumping in shit.
Ain't no damn low rider.
Oh man, I'm trying to get a ride. Jay-Z, el que se parece a William Levy, that's me. Damn, everything is in cages right here. I didn't know Chicago was this ghetto, bro. I'm right here. Miles Morales. I never seen Miles Morales in real life. Excuse me, I like your shirt. Oh, thank Chicharito. You. He's my dad, actually. No fucking way. No, he is. Wait, she kind of looks like Billie Eilish. I've gotten that a lot. Can you sing like her? No. Oh. I'm crossing again illegally. Daytona. Oh! Free her! Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico! Oh, se pasó. Let's go. Man, you tall, bro. You don't got like some insoles in your shoes or something? Fuck no. I was looking for y'all. What is that? It's water. It's water? Let me see if it's water. It's my bedtime, bro. I gotta go. Me? Yeah. Wait, I think I know you. No, you don't know me. Hey, guys. Oh, hold on. Y'all got the same shirt. Name one song from Fuerza Regida. Oh, shit. I'm in a GTA server right now.
See that black dude? He was walking through Little Village on Mexican Independence Day, and they seen him. Was, oh, no, we got you. We ain't finna let you walk through here, buddy. You know what I'm saying? No, sir, we got you. You ain't coming over here. He ain't coming over here.
Right now, a live look from Chapter 2. Cars taking over the streets downtown in celebration of Mexican Independence Day. A rolling parade setting off fireworks, honking horns, revving engines, waving flags. We've been watching this unfold outside of our studios all night. Take a look at this cell phone video shot from our newsroom window earlier tonight. Fireworks lighting up Daily Plaza.
See, that black lady got her car burned. She pulled up to, a street takeover in the Mexican community. This is, a street takeover right here in downtown Chicago where the Mexicans pulled up.
Great to have you with us. Happening right now, a downtown takeover. It is gridlock. Thousands of cars are flooding the loop with revelers celebrating Mexican Independence Day. This is video taken minutes ago along the Magnificent Mile. We saw people sitting on cars, popping off fire.
Now, my thing is this. Why celebrate Mexican Independence Day in Chicago? Mexico ain't gave you guys freedom. You ran over here to benefit from the civil rights that we fought for in America. Why would you let them celebrate Mexican Independence Day in America? It makes no sense. You're waving a foreign flag in America, celebrating the independence of Mexico. That doesn't make any sense. They would never let this nonsense go on in another country. You want to come to America and wave foreign flags and brag about the independence of Mexico in the city of Chicago. Crazy.
Jamming up top.
And here is another live picture. This is from our camera up above Daily Plaza. You can see traffic there at a standstill, filling the streets. Many of them we've seen in the bottom corner here, out dancing, waving the flags. It is definitely going to be a moment.
It's a mess out there for sure. If you have someone in that traffic, expect them to be late because it's going to be a long night.
It's crazy. Like, you're so proud of Mexico, but don't want to live there. You don't want to live there, but you're celebrating these. You're waving this Mexican flag, but you know damn well you don't want to live in Mexico. Make it make sense. I don't want to live there, but I'm going to wave the flag around like I'm proud of it. America should never let people wave foreign flags in celebration of another country. That's crazy. You're going to do all this celebrating downtown Chicago because you're so proud of Mexico but don't want to live there. That's like Africans tearing up downtown Chicago, waving African flags, knowing damn well they don't want to go back to Africa.
A few moments later.
No, I can't. He said he'd do it for the culture, huh? That's some cold work right there, man. Shout out to Chandler for blessing the Cash App. I appreciate you, Chandler, for blessing the Cash App, my brother. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the work. Much love to you guys. Much love to you all. Anyway, man, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. I just wanted to show you the boldness, and my thing is, America is too soft. Why would you let a group of people who benefit from living in America celebrate a country that their parents fled from? What sense does that make? We're going to celebrate Mexico, but we don't want to live there. We left Mexico for a reason, because of the drug cartels and all the poverty that goes on over there. But I'm going to come to America and wave a Mexican flag over here, knowing damn well you don't want to go south of the border, knowing damn well you don't want to live there. But you wave the flag around like you got so much pride in a country that you don't want to live in. That is crazy. The fact that America tolerates this shows you how soft the United States of America is when it comes to immigrants. Waving foreign flags, showing their allegiance to a whole nother country while benefiting from everything that America, the United States, has to offer. That is pure insanity. Man. Like, let's flee Mexico just to celebrate Mexico and America. We don't want to live there, but we're going to wave these flags in everybody's face in America. Wave the flag of a country that we don't want to live in. But we're going to pretend to be so proud of it, and we're going to wave the flag around in America with so much pride. If you told all those people they had to go back to Mexico, they would tear it, man, they would rip Chicago to shreds if you told them they had to go to Mexico. So you say, okay, well, if you don't want to go to Mexico and live there, why are you waving these flags around in America while benefiting from everything that America offered you and your people? Why should we let you wave these foreign flags in our face? Your parents and grandparents fled Mexico for a good reason. And oh man. Yeah. That's crazy. Waving a foreign flag around in America. Man. No other country would tolerate this, right? You know, no other country would tolerate this buffoonery, this bad behavior. Let's see you take your ass to another country and go to downtown and wave your flag, wave your American flag around and brag about being so proud to be American, and see what's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen. See if they tolerate it. I don't think you. Matter of fact, I think you know better.
Making them react a certain way.
No, people said this ain't Ashley Gonzalez right here, man, and I don't think it's her. But people sent me the video saying that it is her. So that was a major mistake. I don't believe this is her, but I believe this woman was just trolling.
Community was pretty clear this morning when protesters took in front of HPD headquarters here around 8 a.m. calling for the termination of HPD officer Ashley Gonzalez. And just about 15 minutes ago, Houston police confirmed her termination with a statement. We do want to read that out for you real quick, just to make sure we get all of that wording correct. But again,
I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I think I just need to go to therapy, and I need to go to church, and I just need some like self-reflection, honestly, because that was just so nasty. But anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So anyway, I hope you all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post. I deleted it.
She came back, and when she did not say what most people expected her to say. She did not address the people she arrested. She did not mention the 911 calls. She did not talk about the badge or the authority that came with it. She sat down in front of a camera, the same way she did the first time, and she spoke. And what she chose to say, and what she chose not to say, tells you everything you need to know about where this story really stands right now. If you have been following this channel, you already know what happened. But if this is your first time here, welcome to One Crime at a Time.
I got, like, I don't know, por Dios, por gracias de fucking Dios, I had my fucking wallet next to me, like my whole purse, and those like that little fucking small shit decided not to fucking steal my fucking wallet. Oh my god, I would have grabbed my heel and like whooped the out of that nigga's ass. But like whatever, right? But
she was talking high power and saying I snatched this N-word up. I was whooping him. I grabbed him by his neck. I arrested him. I hunted him down. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I can't stand you black folks. You deserve to be back in slavery. This woman said the N-word 30 times in a 3-minute video.
No or nothing. Y'all don't know how good it felt to say like out loud. Like goddamn. Like, oh my god, I felt like I was back in the Marine Corps. Like,
let us take a moment to go back to where this started, because context is everything here. A few days ago, a video began circulating that most people who saw it said they could not believe was real. Ashley Gonzalez, a sworn officer of the Houston Police Department assigned to the South Gessner Patrol Division, had posted a video to her Instagram close friends list. A private setting, a curated audience of people she personally selected and trusted. And inside that video, she said things that no person carrying a badge and the authority of the state of Texas should ever say. She used racial slurs repeatedly. She said she hated black people. She described what she would do if she responded to a 911 call and a black person was present at the scene. She said that person was going to jail. And then she described an actual arrest she had made and said she used that same slur toward the person she was taking into custody. Someone in her close friends list pressed record on their screen and sent it to Fox 26. The video went viral. HBD placed her on paid administrative leave. Protests formed outside police headquarters. Civil rights activists Quanell X and Candace Matthews stood in front of that building and demanded accountability. And on April 24, 2026, Houston Police Chief J. No Diaz Jr. terminated her employment. The department said her behavior was abhorrent, disgusting, and entirely unacceptable. Mayor John Whitmire called it outrageous and reprehensible and told every city employee in Houston that zero tolerance for racism was not a suggestion in his administration. That was the first chapter. And most people assumed that was the end of the story. It was not. 3 days after her termination, Ashley Gonzalez came back online. She posted a video. And for the first time since the story broke and consumed Houston and traveled far beyond it, she spoke publicly about what happened. The woman who had gone completely silent while the world talked about her, while protesters stood outside her former workplace, while legal experts called for a review of every arrest she ever made, finally decided to say something. And the first thing you need to understand before we go any further into what she said is this. There is a version of an apology that is about the people who were harmed. And there is a version of an apology that is about the person giving it. Those two things can look similar on the surface. But if you listen carefully, really carefully, to the specific words a person chooses in a moment like this, you can hear the difference. Your job as a viewer is not to decide for yourself which version this was. Your job is simply to listen to what she actually said, and then to notice what she did not say. She appeared visibly shaken in the video. She said she feels really bad about the situation. She called the behavior in the original video so toxic. She said she was sorry. She said she deleted the original post. She said she believes she needs therapy, church, and self-reflection going forward. Those are the broad strokes. But the specific words she used in certain moments are worth slowing down for. She said, and this is important to hear exactly as she said it, I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned. Sit with that for a second. Not that she said those things. Not that she held those beliefs while carrying a badge. Not that she described targeting people based on their race while performing her duties as a law enforcement officer. She felt really bad that she was mentioned. She also said, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. Now that phrase, that was not my content back then, is doing a significant amount of work in a very small number of words. It suggests a distance between who she was in that video and who she is now. It suggests growth or change. But it also raises a question that she did not answer anywhere in the apology. If that was not her content back then, what was happening back then that made it come out of her mouth so comfortably and so freely in front of people she trusted? She also told the public, and again these are her exact words, "You all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post I deleted." There is something in the construction of that sentence that stopped a lot of...
All right, so that's it, man. That's it, man. That's it. That's all. I just wanted to show that. Listen. Now, we got all this talk in our community about the Democrats and Republicans and stuff like that. So there's a lot of division in our community. My thing is this, and I think FBA has done some great things, as far as getting people to understand the importance of celebrating our lineage, speaking up for our people in particular without adding in other people who don't give a damn about us. So I think FBA has done a great job when it comes to that. But this is what I'm going to say. If we're going to call out people like, what's her name? Tabitha Speaks, right? For caping for Kamala, right? Well, 90% of black women who voted for Kamala. See, a lot of you guys are not being real. Like a lot of you FBA brothers ain't being real. And I get it. You don't want to lose your female supporters, so you don't say nothing. But why say something about Kamala if you're not going to call out the people that voted for her? Seriously. If we're going to be on code, we got to be all the way on code. What's the purpose of condemning Kamala and going at Kamala, but you're not going to hold the people accountable who voted for her? 70-something% of black men voted for Kamala. 90-something% of black women voted for Kamala. So that means that our people voted for open borders. So if the overwhelming majority of our people voted for open borders, then we're not really on code like that. You're still voting for policies that harm you. You voted for abortions and open borders. So listen, why would I call out Kamala without calling out the people that voted for her? I mean, don't that make sense? Maybe I'm not making sense here. I don't know. If 90+% of black women voted for Kamala Harris, what's the point in calling out Kamala Harris, but not the people who voted to put this broad in office in the first place? I mean, make it make sense. Oh, man. I'm not saying that. Listen, some of you black folks gonna say, man, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. Oh, no, man, I didn't vote. I'm talking about the FBA people who did vote. Now, people told me, they sent me a video, said Black Alpha went down there to check Kamala Harris. I said, okay, that's cool, bro. But the majority of women in your comment section voted for Kamala Harris. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just being real. Now, I'm going to show you this foolish person right here. Kamala. Why don't you bring your big bad ass up here and speak instead of trolling in the comments? Why don't you hit the link and speak to me, and I'm going to rip you to shreds intellectually. I'm going to rip you to shreds intellectually without disrespecting you. Kamala, you know what I'm talking about. What's the purpose of checking Kamala but not checking the people who voted for her? And that's the overwhelming majority of FBA people. If we're going to talk about the problem, let's get to the root of the problem. Let's deal with the people who voted for her. But of course, you don't want to do that because you don't want to lose female supporters. You don't want to lose female supporters, followers. If that's the case, why call out Kamala if you ain't going to call out her supporters or the people who voted for her? It's not, at that point, we're not being real. We're not being real if we can't do that. If we can't go all the way in, why talk about it in the first place? If you're not going to call out the people who voted for her and the people who supported her, why call out Kamala? The overwhelming majority of our people, 90-something% of black women voted for Kamala Harris, which means they voted for open borders, which means they voted for abortion and open borders. Who does open borders hurt the most in this country? Foundational black Americans. Who abort their babies more than American black women? Nobody. So abortion and open borders hurts our community 100% more than any other group of people. So if we're not going to condemn the people who voted for Kamala, then why condemn Kamala? I'm just saying, maybe that don't make sense to you guys.
People cold when they heard it. The word just. You all can forgive me and just get over it. In a moment that requires the heaviest kind of accountability.
I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned.
And I'm not saying that to put black women down. I'm saying it's to black women that y'all need to do better. Mexicans come over here and have a ton of babies while they promoted abortion to black women. So they told black women to abort their babies while telling Mexicans to come over here and have babies for birthright citizenship. Now, how foolish is that? Let's promote abortion to black women so that black women can decrease their population while Mexicans who cross the border increase their population. If you're not going to condemn the people who voted for Kamala Harris, what's the purpose in talking about Kamala Harris? If you're not going to condemn her supporters, if you're not going to condemn the people who voted for her.
And I was it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that.
Kamala Harris promoted a rainbow community agenda. They promoted abortions to black women, and Kamala supported open borders. And the sad part about it is 90% of our women voted for these policies. And you talk about being clueless. You talk about being foolish. You want to talk about being off code. Then you got idiots in that community that get mad at me for criticizing black women when they deserve to be criticized. What a bunch of simps. What a bunch of feminists in our damn community. You got people in our community throwing darts. They're throwing darts with a blindfold on. They're throwing darts with a blindfold on, trying to hit the target, trying to hit the bullseye. You're throwing darts with a damn blindfold on. No aim and no direction. 90% of our women voted for open borders, they voted for abortions, and they voted for rainbow policies. If you voted for Kamala Harris, that's exactly what you voted for. Let's be real. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. The truth ain't never pretty. Come on with it, baby. If we're not going to hold the people who voted for Kamala Harris accountable, what's the point in talking about Kamala Harris in the first place? That's all I'm saying. And I don't give a damn who don't like it. It's the truth. You can run and tell anybody that I said it because I'm a stand on business. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I'm telling the damn truth. If 90% of our women voted for Kamala Harris, then we got a major problem.
Very specific thing. It reduces the weight of what is being asked. It frames the act of getting over it as something simple, something easy, something that should follow naturally from the fact that she deleted the post. Now here is where compassion and honesty have to exist in the same breath, because that is the only way to handle this responsibly. Ashley Gonzalez is a human being. She is a young woman who made choices that cost her a career and exposed her most private beliefs to the entire country. Whatever she is feeling in the aftermath of that.
And listen, I'm not saying that because I want to disparage black women and bash them. I'm saying it because it's foolish. How can we say that our people are on code when they voted for open borders, abortion, and rainbow community policies? That's not showing that our people are on code. What does that mean? That means that our women believe in female leadership. Do you know when Hillary Clinton ran for president, the majority of white women voted for Donald Trump? Because white women still believe in male leadership. Black women believe in female leadership when there's no example of a patriarchal society ever working. Your country, listen, your community is over once it's led by women, once it has female leadership. Let me say it again. When Hillary Clinton ran against Donald Trump, white women voted for patriarchy. They voted for Donald Trump, which means the majority of white women believe in patriarchy. Now, on the other hand, black women believe in female leadership. Why do you think we have female pastors at black churches? Why do you think we have female pastors at a lot of these black churches? Because they believe in female leadership, and female leadership clearly goes against the word of God. And these are the same women who claim to be Christians. Oh, black women, I'm not saying this to bash you. I'm saying this to wake you up. You are a feminist. You've been indoctrinated with feminism. Nobody aborts their babies at the same rate that the women do in our community. That needs to stop now. Latino women don't believe in female leadership. White women don't believe in female leadership. Black women are the only group of women who truly believe in female leadership. Female leadership has destroyed our community. I don't care how much money you give a woman. I don't give a damn how much education you give her. She is not fit to lead no damn community. She is not fit to lead a country. Female leadership clearly goes against the word of God. And these are the same women who claim to be Christians. You can read that Christian Bible all you want. You're not going to find one scripture in the Bible that promotes female leadership, females in leadership over men. You're not going to find one scripture in the Bible that promotes that nonsense. Yeah, people start leaving when you start telling the truth. See, they don't mind me telling the truth about Latinos and white supremacy. The moment that I start telling the truth about our people, they don't want to hear it. You're going to see the numbers drop. And I did this on purpose because I knew once I started talking this real stuff, I knew a lot of people was going to drop off because they don't want to hear it. Well, guess what? Run to one of those FBA channels that never hold women accountable. Run to those channels that's going to pander to you and tell you what you want to hear. Unfortunately, a lot of guys who make FBA content, they never hold the women accountable for anything. They'll hold a black man accountable. They'll hold Latinos accountable. They'll hold tethers and white supremacists accountable. But they avoid holding that black woman accountable for anything. That's weak. That's weak. You can love black women and still hold them accountable. Just because you hold black women accountable doesn't mean that you don't love them. I could easily get more numbers on this channel if I never held black women accountable and I just called them queens all day and only talked about white supremacists, Democrats, and tethers. My numbers would be a whole lot larger if I just criticized white supremacists, immigrants, Democrats, and tethers. If I avoided holding a black woman accountable for anything, you will see way more FBA people over here blessing the like button and supporting the damn channel. I promise you. I've studied this a long time ago. I understand the psychology of it. I'm not saying things. Everything that I'm saying is well thought out. I've studied this for too long. Trust and believe, homie, it is well thought out. I understand the process. I see what's really going on. What's the purpose of holding Kamala Harris accountable if we're not going to hold the people accountable who voted for her? If you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for open borders, abortions, and rainbow community policies. 100%. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Anyway, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I know why a lot of people in this community don't like me. They don't like the fact that I hold our women accountable. A lot of people in the FBA community just don't like that. They can't stomach the fact that I hold a black woman accountable. They can't stomach it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. You're gonna hold Kamala Harris accountable, but not the people who voted for her. Man, please, man. It's time for me to get up out of here, man. Peace, love, and blessings. Giving you gain to keep you from stressing. King Supreme is too real for this internet goofiness. Listen. If you're listening to an FBA content creator who only calls black women queens, right? But he never takes the time to give them constructive criticism on things that they can do better, he's no different than your black pastor preaching on Sunday at the black church. He's no different. Hey, queen, it's cool to uplift black women, but at the same time, you're going to have to give them some constructive criticism. No one aborts their babies at the same rate that American black women do. That is a major problem. And if we're not going to discuss that, what are we really doing? You voted for open borders. You voted for rainbow policies. You voted for abortions if you voted for Kamala Harris. So if you see a black man in this community only calling black women queens, but never offering any constructive criticism for their behavior, he's a certified pander bear. He's no different than your pastor at the black church preaching religious nonsense from the pulpit on Sunday morning service. He's no different than your black pastors. He's no different. I criticize black men for gang culture and genocide. I criticize black women for being feminists and aborting their damn babies. So if you never take the time to hold a black woman accountable and all you want to do is call them queens, you're no different than that black pastor at Sunday church, Sunday morning service. You're no different. You are pandering 100%. You are simping 100%. And I get it. I understand it. You make more money not holding black women accountable. That's why a lot of these guys just refuse to do it. Hey, queen, you a queen. You beautiful queen. Hey, love, I love my FBA queens. Okay, homie, that's cool to a certain extent. But at what point do you offer any constructive criticism to the black woman who's clearly off code and who's clearly out of line? You're no different than that black pastor preaching on Sunday morning. You're no different. Anyway, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Peace, love, and blessings. Giving you game to keep you from stressing. King Supreme is one of the realest in the game. Why? Because I'm going to tell it like it is. I don't give a damn about the women getting mad. If they get mad, oh, well, they just got to get mad. Calling them queens, but never offering any constructive criticism to the black woman. You're no different than that black pastor preaching on Sunday morning. Come on, man. I'm up out of here, man. It's King Supreme. Salute to the damn game. I'm gone.